Hello, my name is Alberto Fernández, and today I want to take you to a journey through my life. A journey full of challenges, successes, and of course, learnings. This journey has led me to discover that the true strength of communication lies not only words, but in deep connection, in the ability to look beyond the obvious. This is a story that begins in my childhood. Is nurtured by my passion for theater and is transformed by an unexpected turn, my son Sergio's autism, which broke all my schemas. But before getting to that point, let me tell you how all is integrated with a book, with a television project, and a life mission that seeks to change the world. Since I was a child, I always felt that I saw the world in a different way, as if there was an invisible wall or barrier between others and me. I was born in a middle class family. My mother was a housewife dedicated to her family, and my father is an accountant, and above all, a born fighter. I'm the youngest of two brothers, and that's always a condition. I was the child who watched, who listened, and sought to understand that was beyond words. A child with a lot of creativity, imagination, and sensitivity. That in my adolescence, the feeling of being different became even stronger. And it was also taught me that importance of accepting difference between, even if I didn't uh, really understand it and I didn't know how to express it. I remember that time maybe as the worst of my life. But suddenly a light came, and it was the theater. It was the place where I could finally be myself. There on the stage, emotions took shape, stories came to life, and for the first time, I felt that I could connect with people in an authentic way. I learned that looks, silence, gestures had the power to transcend what I said. And it was that years when I discovered that communication could be more than simple exchange of words. It was a bridge between souls. Then I grew up and I decided to study in the university journalism and communication. At the university, I found my way. I understood the magic of telling stories, building messages that connect people. After that, I decided to live in Ireland for 4 years. I met my wife there and I worked as flight attendant for 7 years. That was amazing in my time because I had the chance to travel all around the world and to open my mind. But my passion for communication became in my life to really became a director of communication in a large multinational company, a position that seems to be a pinnacle of my career. In that time, I decided strategies, like teams, and managed to make my company's message resonate to thousands and millions of people. As my career progressed, I was father. Carlota arrived, the most amazing girl in the world. And personally and family wise, I thought it was perfect. But professionally, I felt that something was missing. In that time, I was too much in the business and I lost what, what moved me when I was in the theater. But suddenly, something came, the arrival of Sergio. Sergio Oten's diagnosis was like an earthquake in my life. I remember that day and I still hear that words. He's autist. Suddenly, all these theories about communication seems empty for me. But Sergio taught me the most important lesson of my life, that true communication does not come from the mind, but from the heart. With Sergio, I learned to listen with my soul, to understand silence, to value the smile, to interpret the look, the feeling, the moment. And in that moment, in that transformation, then I wrote a book. I became a writer. It's called Autistic Companies, and it was launched in January 24. And suddenly it became a bestseller, and even it was finalist for the best book of the year for for the for the company where I booked it. I launched it. It was amazing. That's one experience that really showed me that I have no limits. This book shows audience from another side, from how I relearned each of the basic tools of communication in order to work with them with my sons. I returned to the origin of the connection between bodies, the reciprocity, the tone of the voice, and I rethought all these through games to play with Sergio, and I transferred these exercises to each reader so they can improve their communication. In this way, I make them aware of communication tools can really reduce the main ills of companies, since 74% of business problems derive from poorly the performance communication problems. For me, this book has been the vehicle that allowed me to bring my message to more people, which opened doors to major international conferences and events. Yeah, it was like knocking the door and everything was open. The desire of changing the society, how the society view the neurodiversities, bring me to be a TED speaker and also to be one of the 7 Hispanic people invited to the World Autism Congress. Being there, representing so many Spanish-speaking autistic families and people is a great honor for me. An opportunity to raise my voice, to share the vision of a more inclusive world where every person, regardless their condition, can be heard and understood. And in that moment, arise a congress called Abraza la Sonrisa, Embrace the Smile, a project that was born as a digital congress, unifying 9 great figures of the field of neurodiversity, adding more than 4 million followers on social networks. What started as a space for meeting and reflection has been transformed into a television program supported by ASPIKA. This program is very dynamic, is fun, and for me, it's a dream come true. Together with Abraham Arenas, for me, a world-class educator, we have created a space where families can find support, where differences are celebrated, and neurodivergent talent is promoted. In Abraza la Sonrisa Television, Embrace the Smile Television, we have brought something unique to the television space. A place where neurodiversity is not only respected, but celebrated. We interview world-class personalities, we play with talents of neurodiversities, and Even Abraham has the moment to show us how to transform the society through improving the education. But the most important point is a place for connection, emotion, and empathy. Because we believe that in every smile, every story we share, we have the power to make a better world. In conclusion, my story, that of a child who felt different, of a young man who found his voice in the theater, a professional who achieved success, and of course, a father who rediscovered life through his son and daughter, is a story of journey towards connection. Today, I know that true communication is not just an act of speaking, but opening the heart, understanding the other from their essence. I've learned that embracing difference instead of fearing it is the first step to build a more unjust human world. And for that reason, today I want to invite you to communicate from the soul, to embrace diversity, to remember that true revolution begins in you when you start listening to you and each other. Thank you for joining into this journey, and I hope that through my story, you can find a little inspiration to continue building bridges, to continue seeking connections, and to remember that at the end of the day, we're all looking for the same thing: to be seen, to be heard, to be understood. And remember, communication is the best tool to change the world. So, no excuses.